Welcome to Tranquil Nighttime Tales. I'm Naomi, your guide on this soothing voyage into slumber. Tonight, we embark on a serene adventure through the Arctic wilderness alongside our intrepid explorers, Emma and Lucas. Imagine the northern lights painting the sky as our backdrop, and a curious polar bear or two adding a touch of the wild to our tranquil journey. From the mystical fjords of Norway to the awe-inspiring vastness of Svalbard, this tale weaves a tapestry of nature's wonders that's as charming as it is captivating. So, snuggle up and let the tranquility of the Arctic night envelop you. If you find solace in our stories, consider subscribing to our channel for more peaceful escapes. And remember to give us a thumbs up if you enjoy tonight's tale. It helps us spread tranquility far and wide. And for those nights when sleep seems just out of reach, fear not. We've curated a selection of tips and gadgets aimed at inviting slumber, with links quietly waiting in the description below. Now, let's set sail under the ethereal glow of the aurora with Naomi at the helm of this tranquil nighttime tale. Chapter 1: The Dawn of Adventure. The first rays of sunlight gently pierced through the gap in the curtains, bathing Emma and Lucas's cozy Birmingham apartment in a soft, golden hue. It was a typical English morning, but today, the air buzzed with an unusual blend of excitement and anticipation. Outside, the world was waking up, unaware of the remarkable journey about to begin within these walls. Emma lay awake for a few moments, savoring the quiet before the day's excitement unfolded. Today was not just any day, it marked the start of their eagerly awaited holiday to the Norwegian fjords, a dream they had nurtured through the dreary winter months. The thought alone sent a thrill of excitement coursing through her veins. Still nestled under the covers, Lucas emitted a contented sigh, oblivious to the morning's significance. Emma watched him affectionately, her heart swelling with love and the shared joy of the adventure ahead. It was their escape from the monotonous rhythm of daily life, a chance to explore Norway's wild, untamed beauty together. The aroma of coffee soon filled the apartment, a signal that their holiday had officially begun. Their breakfast table was a quiet haven, a space for them to revel in the anticipation of the day. They exchanged glances, each loaded with excitement and a hint of nervous anticipation. Words were unnecessary, their shared breakfast was a ritual, marking the beginning of their journey. Packing had been a subject of many discussions, a careful balancing act between being prepared and the allure of traveling light. Emma had lists for their lists, ensuring everything was remembered, while Lucas focused on the practicalities, ensuring they were equipped for every possible adventure. They laughed together as they debated the necessity of a third pair of hiking socks, the joy of their upcoming journey making even this mundane task delightful. The drive to the airport was a familiar route, transformed today into the pathway to their adventure. Birmingham's landmarks, usually so ordinary, took on a poignant significance as they passed, a reminder of the life they were momentarily stepping away from. Their conversation bubbled with the details of the places they would visit, the hikes they had planned, and their hopes of witnessing the majestic beauty of the fjords under the midnight sun. At the airport, amidst the usual hustle, their excitement was palpable. They moved through check-in and security with purpose, each step taking them closer to their dream. The wait at the gate was filled with shared dreams and plans, their voices low and intimate among the buzz of fellow travelers. Their layover in Oslo was a brief pause in their journey, a moment to stretch and absorb the reality of their adventure. The airport was a bustling hub of activity, a crossroads for travelers from around the world. Yet, in their shared bubble of anticipation, Emma and Lucas found moments of peace. Their conversation turned to the adventures that awaited them, the fjords, their hikes, and perhaps even a glimpse of the elusive northern lights. As they boarded their flight to Ålesund, the sense of beginning an adventure truly settled in. With each mile flown, they left their everyday lives further behind, soaring closer to the dream they had shared for so long. The landscape below transitioned from the familiar to the breathtakingly unknown, a vast canvas of nature waiting to be explored. Landing in Ålesund, the reality of their holiday finally hit home. They had arrived in Norway, ready to immerse themselves in the beauty of the fjords, explore the trails, and experience the natural wonders they had only dared to dream about. The air in Ålesund was crisp and filled with promise, a refreshing change from the urban air of Birmingham. This holiday was more than a mere escape, it was a shared quest for adventure, a chance to explore the depths of their bond against the backdrop of Norway's stunning landscapes. As Emma and Lucas collected their luggage and stepped out into the Norwegian air, they stepped into a story that would live in their hearts forever, a tale of love, discovery, and the unforgettable beauty of the fjords. This was the dawn of their adventure, a chapter in their lives neither of them would ever forget. Chapter 2. Ålesund's Enchantment. Emma and Lucas stepped into the crisp morning air of Ålesund, a gentle breeze carrying the scent of the sea and adventure. The quaint streets of the town, with their intricate Art Nouveau designs, seemed to hold stories in every curve and corner. As they meandered through the city, they were captivated by the unique blend of natural beauty and architectural marvels, feeling like they had entered another world. Their quaint bed and breakfast, chosen for its charm and history, sat nestled among colourful buildings that mirrored the early morning sky. Ingrid, their host, was a wellspring of local knowledge and warmth. Over breakfast, she shared tales of Ålesund's past, from its phoenix-like rise from the ashes of the 1904 fire to its connection with the sea that shaped its history. Her stories were a tapestry of folklore and history, vividly depicting the town and its people. Eager to explore, Emma and Lucas set off towards Mount Axlar, the town's famed viewpoint. Their climb was steep, each step taking them higher above the rooftops, closer to the sky. They paused often, not just to catch their breath, but to take in the views that unfolded below them. Ålesund, spread out like a living map, was surrounded by the azure embrace of the ocean, dotted with islands that whispered of voyages and mysteries. They found themselves enveloped at the summit in a panorama that took their breath away. The town, the archipelago, and the distant fjords lay before them, a stunning landscape that seemed almost surreal. They shared a quiet moment, the beauty of the scene before them a silent promise of the wonders yet to come. Their descent brought them back to the heart of Ålesund, where they explored the streets with fresh eyes. The Art Nouveau Museum offered insights into the town's architectural heritage, and its exhibits are a testament to its people's resilience and artistic spirit. Dinner was an affair to remember, a small seafood restaurant Ingrid had recommended. The meal was a celebration of the ocean's bounty, each dish a fusion of flavors that told its own story of the sea. Over dinner, their conversation turned to the next day's adventure, a guided tour to Fjord, one of Norway's most famed fjords. The journey to Fjord was a voyage into the heart of the Norwegian wilderness. As their boat sliced through the calm waters, Emma and Lucas were surrounded by towering cliffs that rose majestically from the fjord, their surfaces streaked with the silver threads of waterfalls. The guide, a local with a deep love for the fjord, shared stories that blended history and myth, adding layers of meaning to the landscape. The tale of the Seven Sisters waterfall captivated them, a story of unrequited love and beauty written in water and stone. Across the fjord, the Suter waterfall faced the sisters, a perpetual courtship carved into the landscape. The story, with its blend of romance and tragedy, felt like a reflection of the fjord's timeless beauty. They passed by abandoned farms perched precariously on the cliffs, relics of a life shaped by the rugged terrain. The guide stories of the farmers' daily lives, of isolation and community, courage and resilience, painted a vivid picture of human determination in the face of nature's grandeur. Returning to Ålesund in the twilight, Emma and Lucas were filled with a profound sense of wonder and gratitude. The fjord had offered them a glimpse into a world where nature's power and beauty were matched only by the human spirit's resilience. That night, as they settled into their room, the day's experiences lingered in their minds, a mosaic of images and emotions. The fjords, with their tales of love, struggle, and beauty, had left an indelible mark on their hearts. As they drifted off to sleep, it was with anticipation for what lay ahead. Ailsund had been enchanting, but their journey was beginning. The magic of Norway's fjords was unfolding before them, a path of discovery that they were only too eager to follow. Chapter 3: Into the Heart of Sonfjord. The day broke with a sky so clear and sun so radiant that Emmer and Lucas knew it was a harbinger of the extraordinary journey ahead. Leaving Ailsund's embrace, they carried with them the warmth of Ingrid's hospitality and the echoes of her stories, a reminder of the connections they'd made. The train journey to Sonfjord was not just a transition but a passage through the heart of Norway's unparalleled landscapes, each view a brushstroke in the country's vast canvas of natural beauty. The train wove through the lush valleys, past rivers that danced over rocks and under bridges that spanned breathtaking chasms, bringing them closer to the legendary Sonfjord. Known for its profound depths and the towering mountains that guard it, Sonfjord awaited them like a chapter from a mythic saga, ready to envelop them in its ancient tales and tranquil beauty. Upon arrival, they felt an immediate shift, a transition from the observer to the participant in the fjord's timeless narrative. The village of Flam, with its picturesque setting at the water's edge, was their gateway to Sonfjord. The quaintness of the village belied the grandeur that lay just beyond, where the fjord stretched out, a titan among the landscapes. Boarding the tour boat in Flam felt like stepping into a dream. The fjord's waters, mirror-like and serene, reflected the grandiosity of the cliffs that rose sharply towards the heavens. Emmer and Lucas, now accustomed to the awe-inspiring beauty of Norway, found themselves once again breathless, each turn of the boat revealing scenes that seemed painted for their eyes alone. The guide, with a voice that carried the weight of generations, narrated the fjord's history. He spoke of the Viking explorers, the farmers who made a living from the cliffs, and the artists who sought to capture its essence. His words painted a vivid picture, blending the past with the present, the mythic with the real. As they entered the narrower confines of Nryfjord, the world seemed to contract yet deepen. The cliffs loomed closer, their shadows playing on the fjord's surface. Here, the waterfalls were more numerous, cascading down like veils of mist, nourishing the sparse vegetation that clung to the rock faces. The guide pointed out a farm, barely visible, perched on a ledge so high it seemed a feat of impossible bravery. It stood as a testament to the Norwegian spirit, resilient and unyielding. This leg of the journey through Nryfjord was a profound experience. The isolation and raw beauty of the place spoke to Emmer and Lucas in whispers, urging them to look inward, to reflect on their place in the world, and to find solace in the enduring calm of nature. The Flam Railway was the next adventure, an ascent into the mountains that offered a panoramic view of the world they had just traversed by water. The train clung to the mountainside, affording them views of the fjord from a new perspective, vast, imposing, yet inherently peaceful. The journey was punctuated by tunnels that plunged them into darkness, only to emerge into light that revealed yet another aspect of the fjord's multifaceted beauty. That evening, nestled in a lodge that offered a commanding view of the fjord, they dined on the exquisite local cuisine and the day's experiences. Each course was a reflection on the journey, a chance to digest the beauty they had witnessed and the stories they had become a part of. As night fell and the fjord lay shrouded in the soft light of the stars, Emmer and Lucas felt a profound connection to each other and the world itself. The fjord, with its deep waters and ancient cliffs, had imbued them with a sense of peace, a deep, resonant calm that they knew would stay with them long after their journey continued. In their cozy room, with the sounds of the fjord lapping gently at the shore, they fell asleep, the day's images and emotions weaving through their dreams. Sonfjord had offered them a glimpse into the eternal, a place where the land spoke in a language of beauty and tranquility, and they had listened with open hearts. Chapter 4: The Mystical Nryfjord. The first rays of sunlight gently kissed the peaks surrounding their lodge, promising a day filled with awe and wonder. Emmer and Lucas, filled with anticipation, set off from Sonfjord, their spirits buoyed by the serene beauty that had cradled their dreams the night before. Today's journey to Nryfjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site famed for its dramatic beauty and steeped in Norse legends, promised a deeper immersion into the mystique of Norway's fjords. Their drive to Gudvangen, the embarkation point into Nryfjord's heart, was a scenic prelude that captivated their senses. The landscape unfurled like a living tapestry woven with threads of verdant greens, deep blues, and the stark, majestic whites of distant snowcaps. Gudvangen, nestled at the narrow gateway to Nryfjord, felt like a world suspended in time, where the echoes of the past mingled freely with the breath of the present. Aboard the electric ferry, a marvel of modern technology designed to preserve the pristine environment of the fjords, they set sail. The ferry's silent passage through the waters lent an air of reverence to their journey, as if entering a sacred realm where nature reigned supreme. The cliffs of Nryfjord, imposing and serene, rose from the water's edge, their faces marked by the passage of time and the untold stories of those who had dared to make their lives in this magnificent isolation. Liv, their guide, possessed a deep, resonant voice that seemed to echo the very soul of Nryfjord. With each story she told, the fjord's silent cliffs and cascading waterfalls seemed to come alive, whispering the ancient tales of the Vikings and the spirits that dwelled within. She spoke of the fjord as a living entity, a guardian of history and a keeper of secrets, where every cleft in the rock and every ripple on the water had a story to tell. As the ferry ventured deeper into the fjord, the cliffs narrowed, drawing closer as if to share their secrets with those who passed between them. The water here was a deep, enigmatic blue, reflecting the towering mountains and the occasional eagle soaring above. Emma and Lucas were spellbound, their eyes wide with wonder as they drank in the sheer scale of the natural beauty surrounding them. The highlight of Liv's narration was the saga of the Vikings who once navigated these waters, fearless explorers and warriors whose presence still seemed to linger in the mist. She told of battles fought and alliances forged in the shadow of these mountains, tales that bridged the gap between the past and the present, making history feel alive and palpable. When the ferry docked at a secluded pier, Emma and Lucas stepped onto land that felt untouched by time. A narrow path led them through ancient woods, where the light filtered through the dense canopy above, casting everything in a green, ethereal glow. The silence here was profound, broken only by the distant sound of waterfalls and their own footsteps. This was a place of deep, untouched peace, offering a moment of reflection and connection with the natural world that was both humbling and exhilarating. Returning to the ferry, Liv shared the legend of the Huldra, a forest spirit known for her enchanting beauty and haunting songs, said to lure unwary travelers into the forest, never to be seen again. The tale, woven with the threads of myth and the tangible magic of the fjord, left Emma and Lucas enchanted, their imaginations alight with visions of the mystical beings that might dwell within these woods. As the ferry made its way back to Gudvangen, the setting sun bathed the fjord in golden light, transforming the landscape into a scene from a fairy tale. Standing at the railing, Emma and Lucas felt a profound sense of peace and wonder. Nryfjord had unveiled its mysteries to them, not just through its breathtaking landscapes but through the stories that had been passed down through generations, linking them to a past that felt as alive and vibrant as the world around them. That evening, back at their lodge with the fjord stretching out before them like a dark, serene mirror, they reflected on their journey through Nryfjord. The day had been more than just a voyage through physical space, it had been a journey through time, through the layers of history and myth that shaped this land. The mystical Nryfjord had woven its spell around them, a reminder of the deep, untamed beauty that lay at the heart of Norway's fjordland, forever etching this day into their memories as a testament to the enduring power of nature and the stories that connect us to our past. Chapter 5: The Arctic Light of Lofoten. Emma and Lucas's journey northwards, beyond the Arctic Circle to the Lofoten Islands, marked a poignant transition in their Norwegian adventure. Leaving the mystical embrace of the fjords, they ventured into a realm where nature's grandeur was sculpted by the sea's relentless force and the sun's eternal gaze. Lofoten, with its jagged peaks rising from the deep blue sea, was a stark reminder of the raw beauty and power of the natural world. Arriving in Rainer, they were greeted by a landscape that seemed to defy the limits of natural beauty. The small fishing village, with its iconic red robure dotting the shoreline, was nestled in the shadow of imposing granite peaks that plunged into the fjords below. Their accommodation, a cozy cabin perched over the water, offered uninterrupted views of the surrounding majesty, a constant interplay of light and shadow under the midnight sun. The phenomenon of the midnight sun, where darkness retreats for the summer months, bestowed an otherworldly quality to their explorations. The perpetual daylight infused the landscape with a surreal, golden hue, transforming the rugged terrain into a dreamscape that begged to be explored. They embarked on hikes that took them through valleys carpeted with wildflowers, past serene fjords, and up mountains offering vistas so breathtaking they seemed to stretch into infinity. One unforgettable experience was their midnight sun kayak excursion. Paddling through the tranquil waters of a secluded fjord, with the sun hovering above the horizon, they were enveloped in an ethereal glow. The guide, a local with deep ties to the land and sea, regaled them with stories of ancient mariners and the folklore that permeated these islands. The gentle lap of the waves against their kayaks and the golden light that bathed everything in warmth created a profound sense of peace and connection to this unique corner of the world. Their journey through Lofoten also took them deep into the cultural heart of the islands. They wandered through fishing villages where time seemed to stand still, with the scent of salt in the air and the sight of cod drying on racks, a testament to the enduring legacy of fishing that shaped life here. The Lofoter Viking Museum was a portal to the past, where they explored a reconstructed Viking longhouse and delved into the lives of the Norsemen who once ruled these seas. The museum, a blend of history and mythology, offered a glimpse into the Viking Age's daily life and beliefs, enriching their understanding of this storied land. But beyond the adventures and the historical immersion, it was the moments of quiet reflection that deeply moved Emma and Lucas. Sitting on a deserted beach, watching the sun graze their horizon without ever setting, they felt an overwhelming sense of the eternal, a connection to the cycles of nature and the vastness of the universe. The Arctic light, with its soft, lingering embrace, painted the world in hues of gold and amber, a daily masterpiece that celebrated the beauty of the moment. As their time in Lofoten drew to a close, Emma and Lucas were filled with a profound sense of gratitude for the experiences they had shared. The islands, with their dramatic landscapes, rich history, and the magic of the midnight sun, had left an indelible mark on their hearts. They knew that the memories of this place, where the sea meets the sky and the light dances with the land, would accompany them long after their return to the familiar rhythms of home. Their departure from Lofoten was bittersweet, a farewell to a land that had captivated their imaginations and enriched their souls. As they looked back at the receding islands, they carried with them the light of the Arctic, a reminder of the enduring beauty and mystery of the natural world, a beacon that would illuminate their lives with the memory of this timeless place. Chapter 6: The Enchantment of Troms. Emma and Lucas's arrival in Troms was greeted by the ethereal glow of the Arctic summer, a city basking under the perpetual light of the midnight sun. Troms, a city that bridges the natural splendor of the Arctic with the warmth of urban life, welcomed them with open arms. As they disembarked, the air, crisp and tinged with the scent of the sea, hinted at the adventures that lay ahead in this city known as their Paris of the North. Their exploration began in the bustling heart of Troms. The city's streets, a mosaic of historic wooden houses painted in bright hues, contrasted sharply against the backdrop of rugged mountains and the deep blue fjords. The lively atmosphere was magnetic, drawing them into the vibrant city life that thrived in this remote corner of the world. The anticipation for the Midnight Sun Marathon was palpable. Banners waving in the Arctic breeze adorned the streets, creating a festive atmosphere that enveloped the city. Runners from around the globe, their faces etched with a mix of excitement and determination, were a testament to Tromsø's international allure. Emma and Lucas, though spectators, felt a deep connection to this global community, united under the glow of the Arctic sun. The Arctic Cathedral, an architectural gem that reflects the city's link to the surrounding wilderness, was a beacon that drew them across the bridge spanning Tromsø Island. Its striking design, inspired by the icy fjords and the northern lights, was both an homage to the natural beauty of the Arctic and a symbol of hope and faith. Inside, the tranquility of the cathedral, illuminated by the vibrant colors of the stained glass, offered a moment of reflection, a sanctuary from the bustling city outside. The marathon itself was a spectacle of human spirit and endurance. As they watched the runners traverse the city's streets, moving through the ethereal twilight that only the Arctic summer can provide, Emma and Lucas were moved by the sheer beauty of the endeavor. It was a celebration not just of physical endurance but of the extraordinary environment that made such an event possible. Their adventure continued with a wildlife safari into the pristine fjords surrounding Troms. The small boat that carried them away from the urban landscape into the untouched wilderness was a gateway to a world where nature's majesty was on full display. The sight of orcas, their graceful forms slicing through the cold waters, left them in awe. It was a poignant reminder of the Arctic's wild heart, a place where the lines between land, sea, and sky blur into a harmonious whole. The rich tapestry of Tromsø's culture unfolded before them as they delved into the city's history and the traditions of the Sami people. The museum dedicated to Sami culture was a highlight, offering insights into the resilience and artistry of the Arctic's indigenous inhabitants. The exhibits, from traditional clothing to intricately carved utensils, told a story of harmony with the harsh Arctic environment, a testament to the Sami's deep connection to the land. Culinary explorations added another layer to their Arctic adventure. The flavors of Troms, from hearty reindeer stew to delicately smoked fish, were a revelation. Each meal was a celebration of the region's bounty, a fusion of traditional techniques and local ingredients that spoke of the Arctic's abundance and the creativity of its people. But the experience of witnessing the midnight sun from a secluded spot outside the city truly captured the essence of their Troms adventure. Standing in the vast expanse of the Arctic tundra, with the sun hovering above the horizon on a never-ending day, they felt an overwhelming sense of wonder and insignificance. The eternal daylight, a natural phenomenon that challenged their understanding of day and night, was a powerful reminder of the enduring beauty and mystery of the Arctic. As they prepared to leave Troms, Emma and Lucas reflected on their journey. The city, with its vibrant streets, rich cultural heritage, and the stunning natural beauty of its surroundings, had enchanted them. Troms, a town at the edge of the world, had revealed the magic of the Arctic, a place where the sun never sets, where nature and culture intertwine, and where the spirit of adventure is illuminated by the perpetual light of the midnight sun. Chapter 7. The Whispering Aurora of Alter. In the heart of the Arctic, nestled amidst the silent fjords and towering mountains, lies Alter, a sanctuary where the sky dances with colors unseen elsewhere. Emma and Lucas, having journeyed through the land of the midnight sun, found themselves in this serene town, their hearts brimming with anticipation for the celestial spectacle known as the Northern Lights. Upon their arrival in Alter, the crispness of the autumn air greeted them, a prelude to the Arctic winter. The landscape, a harmonious blend of rugged mountains and gentle fjords, was a testament to nature's artistry. The town itself, though modest, pulsed with a life uniquely its own, a community thriving under the vast northern sky. Their exploration began at the Alter Museum, located at the very edge of civilization, where history is etched in stone. The ancient rock carvings, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offered a window into the lives of those who had wandered these lands thousands of years ago. Scenes of hunting, fishing, and spiritual rituals carved into the rock spoke of a deep connection to the environment, a relationship defined by reverence and survival. For Emma and Lucas, walking amidst these carvings was a humbling experience, a reminder of the transient nature of human existence against the backdrop of time. As nightfall approached, the anticipation of witnessing the aurora borealis grew. Their accommodation, a cozy cabin set away from the town's light pollution, was an ideal retreat for aurora watchers. Its large windows opened to the northern sky, offering an unobstructed view of the celestial stage. The simplicity of the cabin, with its wood-fired warmth and rustic charm, was a haven of peace, a place where the hustle of the world faded into silence. The guided Northern Lights tour was an adventure into the heart of darkness, where the only light came from the stars and the occasional aurora flicker. The guide, a local with eyes as attuned to the night as the day, led them into the wilderness with the promise of the lights. As they settled into a clearing, away from the shadow of the mountains, the guide shared tales of the aurora's place in Norse mythology and Sami culture, stories where the lights were bridges to the realm of the gods or the playful dance of spirits. Then, as if summoned by the stories themselves, the sky began to change. What started as a faint glow evolved into a vibrant display of green and purple, a curtain of light undulating across the heavens. Emma and Lucas, wrapped in the silence of the Arctic night, watched in awe as the aurora borealis unfolded above them. The lights whispered across the sky, a silent symphony that spoke of the universe's vast mysteries. This moment, shared in the solitude of the Arctic wilderness, was a communion with the sublime, an encounter with the infinite that would forever linger in their hearts. Their days in Alter were not solely spent in nocturnal pursuits. They ventured into the landscapes surrounding the town, hiking through valleys where the first signs of winter dusted the ground with snow and visiting a Sami camp, where they were welcomed into tents warmed by fire and stories. Here, they learned of the Sami's enduring connection to the land, a people whose traditions were a testament to resilience and harmony with nature. As Emma and Lucas prepared to leave Alter, the memory of the Northern Lights, with their ethereal beauty and silent poetry, remained etched in their souls. Alter had offered them more than just a spectacle, it had provided a profound experience of connection to the land, its ancient inhabitants, and the cosmos. The whispering aurora of Alter was a reminder of the beauty and wonder that lies in the natural world, a luminous thread in the tapestry of their Arctic adventure. Chapter 8: The Timeless Fjords of Finnmark. Emma and Lucas's journey through Finnmark was an odyssey into a realm where the Earth's ancient pulse beat strong against the rugged landscapes of Norway's far north. As they ventured towards Fjords, the land around them unfolded in a spectacle of natural grandeur, where the Arctic tundra stretched endlessly, punctuated by the dramatic silhouettes of distant mountains and the deep blue expanse of the fjords. Their first glimpse of Fjords struck them with its raw beauty. The fjord, a vast chasm carved by the relentless work of glacier millennia ago, lay before them, its surface a mirror reflecting the changing moods of the Arctic sky. The surrounding cliffs, ancient and weather-worn, told stories of the Earth's primordial forces, a silent testament to the passage of time. Eager to delve into the biodiversity that thrived in this stark environment, Emma and Lucas embarked on a bird-watching excursion that promised an intimate encounter with the Arctic's avian inhabitants. Their guide, an ornithologist whose life was dedicated to the study and preservation of these species, led them through a landscape that was a birder's paradise. They trekked through marshlands teeming with life, rocky shores where seabirds nested, and quiet bays where the water was so clear it seemed another world lay beneath. Each bird sighting was a revelation, from the comic antics of puffins on the open sea to the majestic flight of sea eagles overhead. The Arctic terns, with their long migrations, fascinated Emma and Lucas, embodying the spirit of endurance and the interconnectedness of the global ecosystem. This exploration was more than a mere sighting of rare birds, it was a lesson in the delicate balance of nature, where each species played a role in the tapestry of life that sustained the Arctic wilderness. The cultural heritage of Finnmark added depth to their journey. In the small fishing villages that dotted the fjord's shores, they encountered the living traditions of the Sami people and the coastal Norwegians. A visit to a local museum offered insights into the region's ancient history, where the rock carvings at Alter told stories of human life intertwined with the natural world, and the tales of Viking voyages spoke of a time when these waters were the highways to new territories. The visit to a Sami was a profound cultural immersion. There, in the warmth of a larvu, they were welcomed with traditional hospitality. The night unfolded with stories and jokes that connected the present with the ancestral past, each song a deeply personal narrative that celebrated the land, the reindeer, and the Sami way of life. This experience was a powerful reminder of the resilience of cultures that have thrived in harmony with the Arctic environment for centuries. The landscapes of Finnmark, wild and untouched, the rich tapestry of birdlife, and the cultural encounters that enriched their understanding all contributed to a deeper appreciation for the Arctic's unique environment. The fjords of Finnmark, with their timeless majesty, were a constant source of wonder for Emmer and Lucas, offering them moments of profound connection to the natural world. As they prepared to depart from Finnmark, the memories of their journey, the stark beauty of the fjords, the chorus of birdlife, and the warmth of the Sami people, were etched deeply in their hearts. Finnmark had revealed to them the essence of the far north, a land of enduring beauty and timeless traditions. Their voyage through this remote corner of the world was not just a journey through physical landscapes but an exploration of the spirit of the Arctic, a chapter in their adventure that would resonate with them for a lifetime. Chapter 9: The Solitude of Svalbard. Emmer and Lucas's anticipation as they approached Svalbard was palpable. This archipelago, nestled deep within the Arctic Circle, was a frontier of the natural world, where the dramatic play of ice against sky painted a landscape of stark, haunting beauty. Svalbard was not just a destination, it was the epitome of their Arctic journey, a place where the elemental forces of nature carved a realm of ice and snow. Longyearbyen, the administrative center of Svalbard, greeted them with a mix of small-town charm and Arctic ruggedness. The town, a mosaic of colorful buildings against a backdrop of glacial valleys and dark, imposing mountains, was a stark reminder of humanity's resilience in the face of nature's grandeur. Despite its remote location, Longyearbyen buzzed with the energy of explorers, scientists, and adventurers, all drawn to this far corner of the world by the promise of discovery and the allure of the unknown. Their foray into the wilderness of Svalbard was an expedition into a world where nature reigns supreme. Dressed in layers to combat the biting cold and guided by an expert familiar with the unpredictable terrain, Emmer and Lucas ventured beyond the confines of human habitation. The landscape that unfolded before them was a vision of the Arctic in its most primal form: vast ice fields that glinted like diamonds under the low-hanging sun, glacier that crept silently towards the sea, and frozen fjords that mirrored the azure of the Arctic sky. The visit to one of Svalbard's sprawling glacier was an encounter with the sublime. Standing at the foot of this colossal ice formation, they listened to the deep, almost imperceptible groan of the moving glacier. This sound resonated with the immense power of the natural world. The guide's explanation of the glacier's dynamics and its significance in the context of climate change added a layer of urgency to their awe. Witnessing the glacier's slow retreat, Emmer and Lucas felt a profound connection to the planet's delicate ecological balance, a realization of the impact of human activity on these remote, pristine environments. The wildlife of Svalbard offered moments of thrilling connection with the circle of Arctic life. The sight of a lone polar bear navigating the ice in search of sustenance was a poignant reminder of the adaptability and vulnerability of life in extreme conditions. With their winter camouflage and herds of Svalbard reindeer grazing on the sparse tundra vegetation, Arctic foxes were glimpses into the ecosystem's complexity, where every species plays a critical role in sustaining the delicate balance of life. Exploring the cultural and historical tapestry of Svalbard deepened Emmer and Lucas's appreciation for the human dimension of this remote region. The Svalbard Museum provided a comprehensive narrative of the archipelago's history, from its early exploration and exploitation to its current status as a hub of international research and environmental conservation. The stories of miners, whalers, and explorers who braved the harsh conditions in search of fortune or knowledge were a testament to the indomitable human spirit, to the drive to explore and understand even the most inhospitable corners of our planet. Their boat journey along the coast was a voyage through a landscape sculpted by ice. Icebergs, each a unique formation, floated serenely in the fjords, their shapes and sizes a testament to the artistry of nature. The sheer cliffs, alive with the cries of seabirds, were a reminder of the abundance and diversity of life that thrives in the Arctic, offering a counterpoint to the desolate beauty of the ice. As Emma and Lucas prepared to leave Svalbard, they reflected on the profound experiences this land of ice had afforded them. The solitude of Svalbard, with its endless expanses of snow and ice, its dark, towering mountains, and its vibrant wildlife, had offered them a glimpse into the heart of the Arctic wilderness. It was a journey that transcended mere physical travel, touching the depths of their souls and leaving them with a lasting sense of wonder and a renewed commitment to the stewardship of our planet's final frontiers. Chapter 10: Reflections Under the Northern Sky. Emma and Lucas's return to Troms marked not just the end of their physical journey through the Arctic but also the beginning of a period of introspection and reflection. Troms, with its vibrant mix of Arctic culture, scientific research, and stunning natural beauty, served as the perfect backdrop for their final days in the north. The city, a hub of life surrounded by vast wilderness, reminded them of humanity's resilience and its profound connection to the natural world. During their last days, they revisited the places that had first welcomed them to the Arctic. The Polaria Museum, with its exhibits on Arctic wildlife and ecosystems, now held deeper meaning after their encounters in the wild. The Arctic Cathedral, a beacon of modern architecture inspired by the ice and mountains, offered them a space for quiet reflection. Its dark, beautiful interior, illuminated by the ethereal light through the stained glass, was a place where the spiritual and the earthly seemed to merge. One of their most memorable experiences was a final boat trip into the fjords surrounding Troms. As they glided over the tranquil waters, the city's outline receding into the distance, they were struck by the sheer scale and beauty of the landscape. The fjords, with their steep cliffs and deep waters, were a testament to the forces of nature that had shaped this land over millennia. The setting sun casts a golden glow over the scene, transforming the water and mountains into a landscape of surreal beauty. It was a moment of sublime tranquility, a fitting farewell to the Arctic wilderness that had captivated their hearts. As they reflected on their journey, Emma and Lucas shared their thoughts on what they had learned and how the experience had changed them. They spoke of the awe and humility they felt in Svalbard, standing on the edge of a glacier or watching a polar bear roam the ice. The vastness and silence of the Arctic had impressed upon them the importance of preserving these pristine environments, a reminder of the planet's fragility and the urgent need for conservation. Their encounters with the wildlife of Fjord, the cultural richness of the Sami people, and the history of Arctic exploration enriched their understanding of the Arctic as a place of both extreme challenges and incredible beauty. These experiences underscored the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of respecting and learning from the cultures that have thrived in harmony with nature for centuries. On their final night, under the vast expanse of the northern sky, Emma and Lucas felt a profound connection to the universe. The stars, shining brightly above them, seemed to tell a story of continuity and hope. It was a moment of deep reflection, a realization that their journey was not just about exploring geographical landscapes but also about discovering the resilience of the human spirit and the power of nature to inspire and transform. As they boarded their flight home, Emma and Lucas carried with them the memories of the Arctic's timeless beauty, the lessons learned, and a renewed commitment to advocate for the protection of these wild places. Their journey through the Arctic had been an exploration of the outer world and an introspective voyage into their inner selves, a journey that would continue to shape their lives and perspectives long after their return to the familiar landscapes of home. The Arctic, with its silent fjords, majestic wildlife, and enduring cultures, had left an indelible mark on their hearts. It was a reminder of the beauty and wonder that exists in the far reaches of our planet, a call to preserve these last frontiers for the generations to come.